Hello. Let's wait for Ivan.
Hello, my friend. How are we tonight? We good?
Hello. Yeah, good.
Are we well? We well?
Yeah. And you?
I'm in Kendu, so I could never be better. Bottom line, right? Uh,
Perfect.
Hey
I think.
Sanders, how are you, brother? Can you hear me?
Hey, Ivan.
Yeah. What's up, brother? What's
What's
up,
up?
Kendu community?
Oh,
What's up,
perfect.
Shibano?
I'm on.
we are doing
Sorry, I
so well. We are doing so well. Just waiting for everybody to get on board. We're doing great.
Nice.
getting rugged by Elon is always good. I'm just gonna
Okay.
throw something on the jumbotron real quick.
I think. Okay. Let's wait 1 minute and we start for more
Perfect.
people to join.
Yep. Let me just post in my community too. I did retweet this,
Perfect.
but I will post it.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Time for retweet the space. Time for share the space. So 1 minute
Share
and we
space.
start.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Yeah.
Let's get a bit of sharing action going on here, boys.
Yep. And the master is here, so we are all doing very well. He has arrived. We're good.
Okay.
All right, done. I've shared.
Okay. Are you ready?
Let's rock and roll, baby.
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Let's fucking go,
Let's
bro.
fucking go.
It's
Okay.
time.
First of all, thanks for coming here or this space in this space. Let's start. Hello everyone. Welcome to our Crypto Friendly MA with Kendo Inu and your host Sanders. And today we're diving into all things about Kendo Inu. This space is dedicated to our friends Kendo Inu. They were present in past edition of our Cheat magazine, which is great. We're here to know more about Kendu, share insights, and just have a great time together. Well, baby, here for the next hour or maybe hour and a half. So feel free to join and let's start. What do you think, Ivan?
Let's do it, buddy.
Yeah, for me, it's so crazy being here, as co-host. I really enjoy the spaces, and obviously, this with Kendu family, it's so special. To begin with, it's fucking awesome thing to have you, Kendu, in this AMA for Ship community. So thank you very much, Kendu community, Miyazaki. Because you are trending right now, and I don't just mean on Dex tools. So congrats, my brothers.
Thank you, sir. No, we are killing it. Kendu is always killing it. It's just what we do. It is just what we do.
Perfect. Okay, let's start for the questions. Why is Kendu Inu one? When is the born date?
When did you say when is the
The
burn date?
creation, yeah. Day of creation.
Oh, day. Well, what's our daily engagement?
Yeah, the day of the creation of Kendu Inu.
Oh, the day of
Yeah,
creation.
yeah.
Oh, probably 4 months.
Okay,
Fucked. Oh, I don't know. 4 months ago, roughly.
nice.
21 February.
Give or take.
21
I
February
think
we
it
came
was
online.
February 27th,
Okay, perfect.
and we've just been organically growing.
Perfect.
Yeah,
What that name? Kendu Inu.
it's a play on words for the dog Kai Ken. So can do attitude.
Perfect. Okay,
It's pretty surface level.
nice, nice. Why Kendu Inu loves Shiba Inu and its ecosystem so much?
I love Ethereum because Ethereum is the most reliable. It is the safest, the most secure, well managed blockchain in the history of blockchains, period. And it's where the money is. There's no fad chasing here, like you see, or like we've seen sort of earlier in the year. Um, Especially when Kendu launched, there was a lot of Solana stuff happening. Then we had a lot of base, but it's pretty evident by the way we operate that we are very forward thinking, and I think anyone that launches anything on anything that isn't Ethereum, they just have no forward thinking. Period. Full stop. It's not built to last, right? Because right now we are watching Solana fall apart in real time. It's the same scenario that we had with BSC, and it's just on repeat. You had those few runners on BSC back in 2021, and everyone went crazy because of the low fees. And by the way, BSC has even lower fees than Solana. Um, but there's a lot of corruption there, I think, and there's a lot of things that made up the that Solana run that has happened, and a lot of information is actually going to come out about the Solana team about that too. So sell your Solana, get on Ethereum, right? It's the king of all blockchains. You can't go wrong. And if if you can't afford the gas fees, trade your favorite tokens on CEX. Kendu is on I think 12 or 13 CEXs right now. And then on top of that, I think we've got another two down the pipeline that have announced that are yet to list. Does that answer your question?
Perfect. Okay, the next question is what makes Kendu Inu different from other meme tokens?
The market cap.
Okay,
Also, the which is an obvious one, right? But I think from the beginning, Kendu Inu has always been about doing things the right way without cutting corners. And obviously, there's a downside to that, and the downside to that is not a giga ultra pump to 100 mil in a week or a day. But at the same time, we don't sell our souls to, the same influences you see all the time, pumping the same bullshit, the same idiots that are pumping Ariana Grande's token, Caitlyn Jenner token, right? We really started from the ground up. And the most beautiful thing about Kendu is, and which is by design, is that, no one really knew anything about it. So coming into it, there's nobody in Kendu that got in at the start that is already a multimillionaire. Do you understand? So the work ethic and the community engagement was so good because no one was sitting back. Everybody wanted to make money. Everyone needed money. So, yeah, we did the hard yards. We grew organically. It took a lot of time, In it took like a week to get out of maybe 2 weeks. No, 1 week I think to get out of the 100K range. Then we sort of hit a like I think the hardest period was definitely the 1 to 10 mil period because you're not really taken seriously yet. Tons of tokens get there, they fail, but we just continued pushing on. The whole sort of mantra of Kendu is we don't gamble, we work, and we put in a lot of work. And that's on all bases, right? That's not just me. That's every single member of the community. Everyone you see now, even now, all the OGs, they're the hardest workers in the room still. And Kendu really has been a masterclass in community development, and it will continue to shine because I think by the very nature of how we've sort of went about developing ourselves, we are infinitely scalable. There is no next thing. There is no next catalyst. And I literally said this at the start to these guys, and nobody is coming to save you. If you want to make money, which is why we're all here. There's no ulterior motive. There's no bullshit. There's no, at least for me, right? It's not about I want to change lives because that's just a byproduct of what we do. But ultimately, you want to make money, so work for it.
Perfect. Okay.
Xander, let me jump on the back of that for just a second.
Okay.
All right, so when I got into Kendu, it was there's a lot of coins out there, and you get slaughtered a lot of the time. So what happened with Kendu? So Miyazaki has this vision. It's a long-term vision. He's not trying to just build a coin just to get rich quick and get out. He's trying to actually build a coin that matters. And you got to just check back to see how that goes. But he is absolutely serious about what he says. And there is no question in my mind that works. If you could build a community, it's not about getting people to shill your coin, paying influencers. It's about building a real no shit community. And that's what we have. Got it?
Well said.
Yeah.
And that's so true. It is community. It is community building. It's what I enjoy doing. And that's for me, that's what I get out of it, right? That's my little high. And anyone can create a token and pay their way to X market cap, but I think it really shows by the conviction that the community has that everyone who is here is invested emotionally for the long term. And nobody thinks that Kendu is going to fall from the sky and X influencer tweeted and it's pumping and now there's what's next. So people aren't just getting out because they think that it's just going to dump. And even from my side, I don't even think I'm a top 30 holder in Kendu. I made a lot of sacrifices at the start to make sure that we have, especially when we're not even really competing, right? Because no chain holds a candle to Ethereum. But the biggest thing for me was if there's going to be a lot of new people coming into crypto, right? A lot of new people that they're going to have to understand how to handle wallets and all that shit. So I wanted to make sure that Kendu was on a decent CEX from the get-go, a reputable CEX. That way, when you're actually talking to someone, it's not, because this is how the conversation goes when you actually try to get someone into DeFi, right? It's, oh yeah, I like what you're doing. I want to buy that coin. And you go, oh yeah, cool. Well, let's download CEX, right? Make an account, create a wallet, buy Ethereum on CEX, send that Ethereum to the wallet, type in Uniswap, right? Go in there, paste the contract address, and then pick the amount of Ethereum you want to swap it for. And it's just layers upon layers upon layers. And what seems elementary to us because we've been in the game for so long, too long even, it seems really elementary to us. But to new people, it is literally sort of rocket science without the experience. So that's sort of, I think I sort of led quite far from your question. But yeah, so that's been my things too. I think seriously that anybody that gets in DeFi, anyone that gets in the crypto now, I don't even think should touch DeFi, because DeFi, to me, has only proven that if you give a platform to the people, the people just destroy each other, and we see it clear as day. We see it with influencers, right? DeFi is the wild, wild west of crypto. Love it or hate it, but it is quite literally the worst. And I want to protect people from that. So that's why you can buy Kendu and have low fees, and that's how we compete with all these like other chains. When other chains are getting volume and the only thing they can say is it's cheaper, well, you can buy Kendu on 13 CEXs way faster.
That's nice. Yeah. Okay, the next question is, how can someone participate in Kendu and take part and create teams?
In terms of content, or in general, or in terms of general
Yeah,
output.
in general.
Well, I always like to say to the guys, it's to get started. If you're brand new into DeFi and you just want to, support the very surface, level one, right, is Twitter, right? Master Twitter, and it's not as simple as just a million hashtags and just whatever and I try, I try not to swear on I do on my spaces, but I understand you have a different audience, so I'm withdrawing myself from that. But I think I tell people that if you cannot do a tweet, right, that's level one stuff, right? And again, it's not just about hashtags, like a million hashtags and just spouting complete garbage. It's about being well formatted, and I think once you master what it actually takes to create a good tweet that is readable, and presentable, and you actually get good engagement, right? Because you're picking the right hashtags. I typically go for a rule that you do one hashtag, two hashtags, and everyone has their own theory, but I find that works quite well. But yeah, so the start is Twitter, and that's pretty much what everyone should be doing. It takes no time at all. Even if you're not producing content on there primarily, engaging is massive. And that's how we've managed. Like we were actually trending on Twitter. We've trended on Twitter a few times now, which is nice. Um, and then obviously I think a massive one is, and this is also I think level 1 too, especially if you're younger, right? And you got massive social medias. You have Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, and you're all over the place, right? You're young. Even if you're not young and you have social media, right? But your personal stories are massive. Your actual, the network that you have is massive. And especially at these market caps and at these levels, it's not like there is actually money to be made, and that's the difference between something like Pepe, right? Like I couldn't recommend to people in my circle to actually buy Pepe, because Pepe is in the zone of that's whale territory now, right? I don't think Pepe is going to even 10x, but you know it is just the everyone's here because they want to make actually a lot of money, and you're not going to do that with something like Pepe, right? It's too big. It's a Wales playground. It's also a meme from 2006 that or whatever, that is just like blows my mind that it's even important. But anyway, so yeah, your own networks is massive, and then if you're a good writer, get some good Reddit posts. But again, it's always quality over quantity. You could spam 1,000 posts across any platform, right? But if it doesn't look right and you don't have a good hook, you don't. It's not formatted well, and it's just a big block of text. No one's going to read it. So just do things that are attention grabbing. But also, we got people that are printing out flyers, creating shirts. We have a merch store now, which is created by a community member. And me personally, I don't have the time to run shit like that. So when people take initiative, I think one of the amazing things about Kendu is that we show full support to that. Right. So crypto, motion crypto. If you've never heard of him, he does crypto videos. Right. And he came in the chat one day and he said, I really want to do, crypto videos and, talk about different cryptocurrencies and whatnot, like as you see, and we give him our full support, and I think that's sort of the Can Do magic too, right? Is no matter what you do, just you're gonna get full support by doing it. We've got people creating energy drinks. Um, there's always something going on. But yeah, to get back to what you're saying, on the most basic level, it is your direct circle, and it is Twitter and Reddit. And that's the basics, right? Then you can go crazy from there.
And again, I'm going to add on to the back of Miyazaki's comment. Is it okay, Xander?
Okay, okay.
All
Go ahead.
right, so pay attention. So I got into Kendu early. It was really good. The one thing that pleased me most about Kendu was Miyazaki. And Miyazaki said very early, way early, I'm not just here to get you rich. I'm here to protect your bag. And that means a lot. So when he's talking about all these things, he's actually paying attention. He means what he says. And by the way, he hasn't mentioned it yet because he wouldn't. Miyazaki doesn't need the money. Miyazaki was a Shiboji, so he is set for life. He is only doing this because he believes in what we are doing. And he created the Kendu Army. And the Kendu Army is literally the best thing in crypto that has occurred in a long time. We don't pay influencers. We don't give away coin. We just exist in the reality that Kendu Inu is. And it will explode. So just trust me on this. And check us out. What he says he means,
Facts.
and then we're done. Go ahead.
Yeah, facts here, my friends. I'm listening things that I really love here. DeFi and community. It's just amazing for those of us who value the strength of the community to see can the community so active. You have a community, as you say, on almost all social media, burning Twitter every day, on Reddit, and Facebook, Telegram channels. Uh, but no matter how good projects are, okay, because without a passionate community, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Okay, because in the end, all it comes down to taking power away from centralization, and this is a task for the community, not just for the projects. Okay, because each more open wallet on the blockchain, okay, is one less account for the banks, okay, and one transaction that is made, it's one more step in the fight against centralized system, okay. Um, it's all about community, and community on Kendu, it's brilliant, brilliant for sure. Um, What do you think in two words, Miyazaki, two single words for your community, please?
What do I think about them in two single words?
Yeah.
Um,
How do you describe your Canada community
I'll
in
give you.
only two
I'll do it
words?
in 3 words. I'll do it
Okay.
in 3 words. Cannot be bought.
Okay. Yeah, let's fucking go. It's crazy. Honestly, I love the Canada community. I remember this community to so uh, many friends. Okay, building community in the early days on Shiba Inu. Okay, because I think it's a organized, decentralized community. Okay, building task, doing job hours. Okay, and this works. This works, and you are doing so well because many investors don't know we need work for our own money. Okay, and this is our task as community members. This is our task as investors, not only just buy few tokens and blah blah blah. Okay, see the candles every 5 fucking minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
we have a long-term vision, not just the project, all communities. And I think Kendu is doing a great step for reach your goal, your motto, this $1 billion market cap. Okay, and work with the community that you are working. I think it's one of the biggest steps that you are doing for reach this goal. So congrats for this. It's so crazy.
And you know what? And before I give it back to Xander to ask his next question, I don't say I'm not really a moon boy. I know Kendu's value. You know, when I created Kendu because there was no other show in town, and there still isn't any other show in town. Um, in terms of new projects, new opportunities. Even now, we're on the cusp of a real bull market, and I'm not talking a Solana pump and dump, you know, fraud, as you're all about to see. I'm talking, you know, like an actual real opportunity with real community, and you know, it's actually funny because I believe, like, here's the thing, I'm not actually that big on decentralization because I think we do need it on some level. But with these centralized exchanges, people make mistakes, right? But they make less mistakes than people in DeFi. You know what I mean? Like, it is in DeFi, like in terms of like Uniswap and crypto Twitter and stuff like that. It's cannibalism. And my idea of what, like, when I say I don't like DeFi, I'd be happy for Binance, L Bank, all these exchanges, because they are fighting the fight with us in the real world. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
I think, yeah. Again, so decentralization for me isn't really my shtick. I just want to create opportunity, and
yeah,
when I say can do can't be bought, um, it's you cannot pay any amount of money to form the community that we've had,
yeah,
and in the
yeah.
early days, actually, I might actually end up cutting into Xander's question, so I'm gonna let him keep going.
Mhm. Yeah, we are in a year in which, especially in crypto, many things are expected. Okay, I always say that it doesn't matter what year it is, okay, because the final objective is defined in total decentralization. And for this, I think we are not yet half prepared. Okay, but in a good year, we have seen projects reach billions in market cap. Okay, we are only the 3.5% of the world's population with cryptos. 3.5%. This is so crazy. Okay, um, so
And
it's not
only one
difficult.
percent of that's in DeFi.
Yeah, yeah,
Again,
yeah, yeah. Three
one
point
percent of that
percent.
3% is in DeFi. So
Yeah,
that's why we've got to really continue to expand. But I think let's give it back to Xander because I think I don't want to. He's probably going to ask questions related to this, and I don't want to fuck him over.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the part of Ivan, yeah.
No problem. It's time for you, Shanders.
Okay.
you
I
have
had a
you have my word
question.
there.
A young question
Okay.
is: you plan or Kendu is plan to the future to join Siberian?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Or a statement?
Yeah. It's my personal question.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got plans.
Okay. Perfect.
But that's all that's all I can say. But we've got plans. But and I'll tell you, actually, this is perfect that you asked me this because I did mention this in the SHIB article. But there are a lot of actually. Let me just structure this so it's not just a big jumble of words, right? So when Kendu was created, Kendu has always been about being its own brand. And that's what separates us from any sort of because to me Kendu isn't even like I don't consider Kendu a Shiba token. You know what I mean? We're friends and there's going to be support, but the biggest problem with a lot of these like they're not spin-off tokens, but like tokens that like support, they buy back, they burn, and they create virtually no value because when you look at the total supply of SHIB, how much of that is on Uniswap? You know what I mean? So when you get these tokens that are buying back and burning, and their entire shtick is just pretty much sucking Shiba Inu's red rocket, right? It's not very valuable, and there's no longevity in that. So for me, Kendu is about actually making a difference, and Shibarium is in its infancy still, but it's layer twos are coming in, and it's going to be a good layer two. So we do have plans, but we have to grow to create for our value, and that's the thing. You can't just Kendu wants to when the time's right, and we want to do what we want to do in the the Shiba ecosystem. We don't want to come with just an idea and a dApp. We want to come with users, and that's what separates us from literally every other project that's anything to do with SHIB. Is that we have our own identity, we have our own user base. So when it's time, we're not going to be coming with 20 people, and we're at a $1 million market cap. We're going to be coming into the Shiba, ecosystem with, hundreds of thousands of holders and crazy amounts of volume to actually make a difference and to have a real partnership and create a real, a very real value add, which hasn't been done before.
Nice. It's perfect.
Exactly.
I love this. 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 a lap